No surprise, another game, another loss, which ranks up to the 18th loss of the season. I can't actually believe I'm saying that. Is crazy. But yes, we've just lost to Nottingham Forest 2-1 at home. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment and subscribe so you never miss a video. Yes, people, Easter has been summed up from another loss for Spurs. Like I say, that ranks up to the 18th one of this season. It's kind of inexcusable. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a very different feeling from that of Thursday, where we somehow managed to make through to the semi-final Europa League. We all kind of know that the Premier's done, but I was hoping for some kind of momentum. Like I say, kind of knew going into it we could potentially lose, but I was hoping that obviously with a bit of momentum going into Europa. I know we've got that big game against Liverpool before then, but it would have been nice to give the boys a bit of confidence with this one, but it wasn't meant to be. We obviously lost 2-1. And with the side, there was going to be changes. I was quite intrigued at the fact that he started Mickey van der Ven. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the pre-match conference that they held before the Frankfurt game, where he was kind of asked, oh, why are you not playing? And he basically said, I'm not too sure. I don't know whether that had a part to play. But yeah, the way we conceded the first two goals early once again, I really don't know what Pedro Porro was doing defending-wise to kind of head it across our box. Obviously, it did fall nicely to the player on the edge from Forest again. But I feel like even though there was a slight deflection from Bentancur, Vicario should be doing better. And for the second one, it's just better if I just don't comment. Because I don't know what Vicario is thinking doing in no man's land. The player, I can't remember off the top of my head, managed to get in between Romero and Mickey van der Ven pretty much for a free header, rises well and it goes into the back of the net, and we're already 2-0 down. First half was an utter shambles. Second half, we see obviously Davies and Danso come on. I think Danso's still a little bit rusty, but that's kind of understandable after being out for a while with a hamstring injury. And I must admit, we did look the better side in that second half. There was a lot of chances, massive shout out to Tell, I think did brilliantly on the wing. I don't think he's got that killer instinct to find the goal. I'm hoping that will come. I know there's a lot of kind of debate in the fan base whether we keep him or not. I think it's the price tag that's kind of everybody turning their nose up against. But he gets me off the seat. The same with Odegaard. I'm still baffled to why Ange took him off and took Johnson on. I think Odegaard was one of our better players tonight. I don't want to say best because we weren't great, but he was definitely a better player. A bit like having both those players on either side, putting balls into the box, which again, it still baffles me that we don't do enough of it. But yeah, to have Odegaard come off and Johnson on, don't get it. It was silly and subs again. We wait till late to put Bergval on. Again, came on, totally changed the game. Richarlison had a few chances tonight, but we finally got rewarded with that header. With a great ball into the box. So yeah, it's another defeat. Too little too late in the end in that second half. It was slightly better. I mean, the thing that I'd like to point out as well is there were so many empty seats tonight. To be honest, I'm not surprised. It being Easter weekend, it being a Monday night. Obviously, the trains are absolutely horrific as well. I get it, but I only really heard us once or twice. It's just a sad state of affairs at the moment at our club. And like I said, the only thing that's keeping me sane is the Europa League kind of thing going on. But again, it's some silly errors at the back, and that's the most annoying thing. That deke chance as well that was saved off the line by Toffolo, however you say his name, I probably butchered it. It would have been 2-2 if that went in. So again, the first half was awful. The second half it did pick up and we did have a lot of chances, which is more said than normal in recent weeks because we don't really create anything and then we defend awful. But tonight we were creating a little bit more. So yeah, the only thing I'd also like to point out is obviously during the match when we were 2-0 down, you saw Madders and Johnson giggling on the sideline. And I get it. As players, you have a bit of chat on the sideline when you're warming up. You might have a giggle and maybe the camera panned at the wrong time, but it's only going to wind us all up. But that's all I can kind of say about that. But look, I wasn't shocked that we lost tonight. It was a better second half performance, but we're so bad at not being able to get rid of those silly mistakes. But hey-ho, we're still in the Europa League. That's the thing that's keeping us all sane. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment sections below. Like I say, there was obviously no Holly Hotspur tonight. I just want to wish everybody, I hope you've had a great Easter. Wednesday, we'll be back with the Hotspur Huddle with Wes and Nelson. We've obviously got a lot to talk about Europe in both our clubs. And obviously, a lot more to dissect what else is going on in the Premier League. So make sure you tune into that one. And until next time, come on you Spurs.